ba ba. Ah. Wendy's they need to get a new webcam. Hello, my wonderful pumpkin seeds. Oh, I'm a little too loud. That should be better. Yeah, that should be better. Hello, my wonderful pumpkin seeds. We'll be doing some small reactions tonight. Same YouTuber as always. Goose Pimples, which is a new seven videos. Before we continue on, I'm like one more follower away from reaching 400. I didn't think I would get this far, but I actually did. Not only that, I'm also almost 200 followers on Twitter as well. So I appreciate all the support. You all are amazing and such. And let's try to I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, right? I don't really know much about like subathons or whatever, due to how busy my schedule tend to be a lot of the time. But I will find something eventually. I'm just trying to make the screen a little bigger so we can... I'm moving the screen on my desktop as if it's going to move on. Okay, that should be better. But yeah, I will be trying to do a couple of new things. Eventually, I would try to get some fan art done, or I just flat out do it myself. But let's start on the wonderful video. Starting with the first one. And this... Okay, I have to like point out, I know it's a little start, but I just like read the title completely. And it says like 7 ghost videos scarier than your teenage haircut. My haircut was never that bad. Fortunately, it was never that bad. Okay, Conjuring Archives. My model's kind of like blocking some of the words. Let me just put my model a little higher. So, for those who don't know what the Conjuring Archives are, I'm pretty sure those... I don't want to say from... I keep forgetting the family. I keep forgetting what the family was. It was like two people who do because the archives is like a whole like series of whatever. I'm pretty sure. Conjuring Archives. Okay, no, Conjuring Archives is actually like a thing of like books and such. I'm pretty sure it has audio stuff on it too. Okay, yeah, so it's... I had to look up the site just to be sure I'm getting my sources right. But it's basically like a... I don't want to say forum. I don't want to say forum. But it's like a small, like... story forum, I would like to say from the looks of it. It's like a lot... Okay, hold on. Ball shrink. It's like a lot of things. It's like a book and everything. A lot of like archive information. I'm pretty sure there's... Either they talk about the site, or they're talking about... No, I don't think they talk about the movie. It wouldn't make sense. There's no way they would be talking about the movie. They're talking about like the website. And these are like old archive like sounds.
Rafa from RF Ghost Hunter spends most of his time delving through creepy abandoned buildings. But the one that we're about to show you even had him shaking in his boots. He and his partner had visited the location once the day
Okay,
before.
they seem pretty normal.
Abandoned home, plagued by a tragic past event that has become quite the local legend among the village. The pair didn't think it would be anything too
It is a village too, which doesn't make it any better.
terrifying, but they said that on their preliminary suite, They had to leave almost instantly due to sensing some real bad juju.
Okay, no, that's smart of them. Honestly, even though we haven't technically like really start, um, usually, I mean, based on biology and that, when you feel like something's like really bad like going to happen, just follow your instinct. Most of the time, like it's right. Worst case scenario, you get called crazy, right? I'd rather be called crazy and live another day than something bad happen. Take your cake.
Regardless, they were drawn back inside the next day, only to be met with the ruins of a once comfortable family home. As they moved around,
It looks like a big, so like looking.
only to be met with the ruins of a once.
It looks like a big house too, with 2 stories. I wouldn't be surprised if it has a basement or not. I mean, homes like that would typically have a basement. I wouldn't be like surprised. Like I think I, because in when I lived in the South, there's tends to be like a lot of like abandoned like double-story buildings, which I do know that like some of them tends to be like a little iffy. Like they look like anyone could be hiding in it, and you don't want to like be around it. But like I can see why they would get like bad juju just by looking at this.
As they moved around, they began to realize that their bad feelings the day before were way more than warranted.
Tá arranhando, tá arranhando.
Okay, so this is the first. They just enter the building, and it looks like this. The thing is, another thing, when you go in an abandoned place, and it looks like a lot of stuff aren't taken, and there's like no graffiti, that's a red flag. Like typically people, like anyone would come in and like take something, but it doesn't look like a lot of like things was taken.
Aqui no espelho aqui, cara.
Here's the mirror. Okay. Listen.
Galera, tá vendo alguma coisa arranhando.
Scratching from the mirror?
Olha, olha. A gente tá aqui assim. A gente com um barulho desse espelhinho.
Okay, that's a little.
Tá arranhou ali, cara. Tá arranhando. Quem é você? Você tá querendo passar pro mundo dos vivos?
Oh, that's not a good thing to say.
Espelho serve de portal pro mundo espiritual.
I mean, another thing about spirits also is mirrors are typically what a lot of like cultures would say is a portal to the other side a lot of the times. So that's why in some cultures they want you to like block mirrors in that and try to like avoid messing with them. It's a big thing.
Tô. Pô, parece que
Sounds like scratching glass or a mirror.
cara, sei lá. Aqui no espelho aqui, cara.
Yeah, it sounds like it's from the mirror. It looks like there's like a thing behind it too.
Um barulho desse espelhinho.
Which is another thing.
Quem é você? Você tá querendo passar pro mundo dos vivos? Espelho serve de portal pro mundo espiritual.
The scratching especially unsettled them because it was coming from what sounds like the inside of that mirror. Mirrors are often seen as portals into the spirit
Yeah,
world.
I got it.
Could something be trying to claw its way out to them? They barely had any time to think about that before something else made them jump out of their skin.
Oh, footsteps. That's not good. I mean,
Tem passo ali. Alguém aí?
it
The most
looks.
horrifying thing here is that you
That looks like extremely
can tell
dangerous.
from the audio that the noise
Like, that
is
does not
100%
look, like, safe to
coming
walk
down those
up.
Steps. But there's nothing there. So far we have something trying to bust out of the mirror and something
Oh.
else marching down the stairs. Feeling a bit lost, the pair begin borderline begging for whoever their tormentor was to show themselves. Looks like it wanted to have a bit more fun with them, though.
Jeez, more fun?
Se tiver alguma coisa aí.
Yeah, there's like way too much stuff in there for like... Oh,
Olha ali, caiu o bagulho, cara.
it fell down. It's still getting moved?
Galera, a gente um estalo pra cá.
I heard a crack right there. That was a nice, perfectly pot. I don't know why he... Or a teapot or vase or something. That wasn't really nice of them to break.
Fala alguma coisa. Olha lá, gente. O que você quer, cara? Fala alguma coisa.
Bruh.
Olha lá, gente.
Stop messing with the thing.
Olha isso, gente. Olha isso. Não é brincadeira, gente. Brincadeira, gente.
Yeah, I don't think it's natural for stuff to move like that.
Meu, cara, olha isso. Você tá vendo isso?
I don't think any string can move an item like that to begin with, too.
Bem de perto. Olha isso, gente. Olha isso. Olha lá, não tem nada ali. Meu, cara, olha isso. Você tá vendo?
You know, this is just random, but that's flashlight there. I own that flashlight.
Olha lá, não tem nada ali.
It's a pretty good flashlight, I'm not even gonna lie.
Olha isso. Você tá vendo isso? Não, cara, olha isso. Não é brincadeira. Olha isso, gente. Olha isso.
Okay, so it just stops. I wouldn't even touch the pot even if I wanted to. It looks like dirty. It looks like you can get disease that's by touching it.
O bagulho não para de mexer. Olha. O bagulho não para de mexer. Tá frio. Nossa, galera.
It could be a mouse in there too. I mean,
Tá frio.
hold on. Goes by itself.
Tá frio. Escutaram isso?
Oh,
Você viu isso, gente? Olha isso. Agora o bagulho ficou tenso. Peraí.
doors closing.
Olha isso aqui, gente. Peraí.
If it locks, that's not good.
Caramba. Aranha subiu no meu dedo.
The porcelain could have been pulled around with some string off camera. or
Yeah.
even just by someone gently shaking the floor. But where would they be hiding to pull off any fakery? The house is falling to bits as it is, let alone the clear damage that would be caused by someone going hell for leather on the floorboards. And there's nowhere.
Yeah, because the way it moved did not seem like natural. Like even with string, because I have played with a lot of string. And I feel like if a lot of us as kids have played around with string quite a bit, and a lot of us could say, like, I don't think it's possible to move the area like that like perfectly. And that little inconsistency. So like the minute that it turned like forward a little bit was like, yeah, I don't think a string can do that. Like there's nothing, like they literally walk up to it with the camera. You would have been able to see the screen. Not only that, we would have been able to see the silhouette because look, there's a light flashing. You can see it, obviously. A lot of us ain't blind. And even if someone tries like small bit edit that, I think you would have at least noticed.
For anyone to crouch away unseen in the room that they're in. And who closed the door? Looking for answers,
Now
I
the-
moved to the cabinet and managed.
Now the closed door could be explained. It could be someone outside camera view. That could decently be explained, but the pot cannot be
to
explained.
find a key hidden under the flailing pot.
Okay, yeah, it flailed around, but it'd been kind of there for a while. I just don't think anyone paid attention until they like double
It
take.
looks something like a car key, so the pair start wondering what it could possibly open. Can't be anything good if it's hidden like a point-and-click adventure game. In search of a
What a
key
quick
code, they
adventure
make their way
game,
upstairs,
bruh.
only to hear something else that chilled them to the bone.
Oh. Bro,
Tá escutando?
did...
Tô escutando a voz de criança. Tem você chorando.
Yeah, you should check that out. Okay, as much as my survival instincts telling me otherwise, as like someone who likes to help, if I hear a child crying, I would probably fall for that too. Like, not even gonna lie. I think any like person with like a sense of care would like fall for it. Like, not even only me. Like, that's a cool, very clear sound.
Daqui pra não cair lá embaixo, cara. Tá.
Now, we could say that maybe that's edited in, maybe, but I don't think you can predict that much.
Podre. Ó, do mesmo lugar, gente. Ó,
Oh.
ó.
Okay, the man scared me right there. I literally thought that was a ghost for a minute. I'm getting paranoid, but just by watching this. Jeez, I think it's the same sound. I feel like they edit the video to a degree
Escutando a voz de criança. Você chorando.
because they can't have the same sound like that. Yeah, it sounds like exactly the same. I feel like it's edited to a degree. That part, at least.
Tá tendo muito barulho.
The sound of a child crying echoes throughout the house.
I wouldn't say that's an echo.
Escuta, escuta, escuta.
Now, the audio sounds a bit too crisp, so it could have definitely been edited in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But either way, one of them went off to investigate while the other hung back, presumably to change into some spare pants while his friend was gone. Obviously, the pair splitting up made the whole thing 10 times scarier, and it wasn't long before our lone soldier went looking for his friend. As he crept around the house, he kept trying to use his walkie-talkie to communicate with Rafa, but something kept cutting off their line of communication. Rafa gasps on the line that something touched his shoulder, so naturally his friend went to take a look, but it was then that the real games began.
Real games?
Ele tá.
It's just like Phasmophobia.
Só tem telhado e janela. Por que tem janela no sótão?
Okay, hold on. Okay, no. Hold on. I'm sorry. So, this first 2 floors have, like, a lot of things scattered around in that. You can sit there and say, okay, but there's no way an attic can be that clean. Something had to, like, been up there for no one, not one touched up there.
Putz, mano. Uma coisa tocou em mim aqui, cara.
Something touched, or oh,
Rafa. Alguma coisa tocou em mim aqui.
The strange wheezing breath could have been from him, but it sounded so different from his gasp that came right after.
yeah.
So what could have happened? And the retching when he came down the stairs? What could have shaken him so badly? When he and Rafa met back up, his back was covered in grime, right where he said he felt like he was touched.
Aqui tava ardendo aqui, cara. Oxi, tem uns bagulho preto das costas aí.
I think he probably like accidentally went on the. I think he could have just went on like something.
Oh, tem uma marca bem vermelha, cara. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo filmar aqui pra vocês.
Yeah.
Que tá bem vermelha. Tá vendo? Tipo uma marca de mão ali, ó. Eu senti um negócio aqui e doeu. Olha isso, gente. Uma marca de mão.
Sério?
Sim, mano.
What could this have been? Is it all circumstantial evidence and a bit of cowardice causing all the discomfort? Or is it something more sinister?
Now, just to like put this fully, right? Like as a whole, from this like first part, because this is just part 1 out of like the entire 7 that entire 6 that we still have yet to do. I feel like this one is mostly a host because the baby sound is too clear. That one could literally just say he accidentally hit into something, which that could be something. Looking back at the scratch noises, that also could just been a sound effect. The jar part is like the only thing that just could not really be explained nor fake. For the most part, I feel like they did get some activity, but for the most part, like a lot of it is just made up. So I would want to put this as iffy. Mostly on the, I think it's like a host type thing. Not to sit there and like say that the evidence is not true or anything, or some evidence are not true. but it's just a lot of the sounds are like way too clear in that for it just to be, you know.
Number 6. Peekaboo.
Okay, peekaboo.
Urban exploration is a pretty huge thing now. Everybody wants to get their hiking boots on and break into some old rusty doorways.
Yeah, I mean everyone wants to get into old buildings. I don't blame them.
But contrary to popular depiction, this niche doesn't always go hand in hand with paranormal footage. A lot of explorers are simply going in to see what pieces of history they can feast their eyes on.
Yeah, like I feel like because my photography teacher, he actually went into he's mostly a street photographer, and he mostly goes into like some like abandoned places just to get pictures of it. He said that's like where a lot of his best pictures are at, literally at like some abandoned places and that. Even though there's like a lot of pictures he done that's like really really good, he done like a lot of like good pictures, but like his best ones he would say is like mostly like abandoned places. I want to do like something like that. Even though I'm more of like a cloud photographer myself, I do want to do like nature photography too. His his flat out like abandoned photography is actually extremely good. I want to do that.
At least that is what this guy was doing when he walked into an abandoned laundromat inside a hospital. But his
Okay.
historic tour was made 10 times more terrifying when he watched the footage back once he got home and realised he might not have been the only one there.
That place looks super dangerous too.
Lo último. Esto es una especie de baños.
Okay, hold on.
Esto es una especie de
Right there.
baños.
There's no how did no one not catch that?
Esto es una especie de
Yeah, there was someone right there, someone or something right there.
baños. Mira, que hay la cámara selfie cada esta, ¿no?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's two people. That's why they didn't like come out or push.
Sí.
Did you see that? For a split second on the left-hand
And it
doorway,
was-
you can just about see the hands and head of a dark figure slipping back behind the wall. Obviously, it wasn't immediately spotted.
Yeah,
I
I
had
mean,
no idea who or what he was sharing that space with. The weirdest thing about it is that the scary moment is not advertised at all in the description, and barely any commenters seem to pick up on it.
yeah, I mean, like it's a split second. Like if no one sits there and say it's a horror video, you wouldn't really be expecting that. Like the only way for someone to, like catch that like logically is if you're like you saw something odd at one part and you restart it and put it in like slower. Like before they even mentioned it, like I saw it. Like I also like point out sometimes if I like feel like something looking like I have like hyper awareness of my surroundings constantly. So I'm constantly looking at every area, and if it looks like something moved even in a corner of my eye, I am going to check that area out. Not to say this dude is like in the wrong or anything. Like not everybody can be like hyper aware of their surroundings. I mean, like that's just some of us don't have like that skill. So
Gonna fake a creepy video in an abandoned building. Surely you wouldn't just throw in the scary moment as a blink or you'll miss it Easter egg, right? What do you think happened here?
I mean, it could like it's probably just a random person, most likely.
Poltergeist told me that you enjoy scary videos like this, but don't subscribe just yet. We'll earn your subscription by the end of this
Okay, I like that. Just I will earn your subscription.
scary compilation. Number 5. Military precision.
Okay,
This
next
Michael
one is military
actually
base. Okay, let me.
From a US military installation. The team were deployed in a forested area and decided to start settling in for the night. While the
Oh,
rest snored away, 2 poor souls were left on lookout duty as they
I hear a lot of like a lot of the scary stories involving the military. is always the poor like two people who have to get like put like who has to be picked to be like watch out or lookout to say. And for those who don't know what lookout is, which I'm gonna like smallly explain it so it doesn't feel like I'm overwhelming with you information too much. Let me move the camera this way. So yeah, I don't overwhelm you with information too much. The military trains their soldiers so that they can like be safe during nighttime. That because like it doesn't matter what like who or what you are, everyone needs sleep eventually. So lookouts are usually people who just looks out for the enemy or anything that like might enter the area while the rest sleeps. And they usually like switch shifts in that usually. But like, connecting this to like the main thing I'm saying, flat out a lot of stories, even to like the Devil's Den or even past like ghost situations, it's always the lookouts that like catches at these things because like they mostly have to like look out and do what their job entails. All it literally takes is like one small sound and they're just like, yeah, we have to like call that. What the heck is okay, hold on. Okay, I'm just getting myself a little paranoid for no reason. I'm sorry about that. It was a dot. I heard the sound. Just me getting myself a little hyped up for no reason. But continue on with the statement. If a small sudden sound, anybody would like check it out instantly. That's just how lookouts work.
Tried to keep their drooping eyelids from sealing shut, they noticed something that shocked them straight out of their half-slumber. But it wasn't any kind of regular threat like an animal or some kind of gang, no. It was something much, much weirder than that. Take a look.
This was in the woods too. The following footage was filmed by a military installation in the United States. The exact location remains unknown. Okay, so they like actually put it the disclaimer out there too. A lot of these, most of the time, a lot of these areas are unknown just so that no one can like go in that area and try to like mess with stuff in that, aka making it worse. It's like the people who took the Annabelle doll out of its cage after being told explicitly not to do it, and they do it anyway. Apparently, as the one joke goes, red flags magically turn to green flags when there's enough of them. And I guess they followed the logic like way, 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 way too closely. Don't be that guy.
The U.S. Army restricted area. You cannot be here.
Okay, he has his rifle trained on the area too. Oh. Okay, I would have fired the weapon. Like, no, there's no way no one fires the weapon at that. Like, come on. Like, even if it's just in the kid's mask or whatever, like, I would deem everything's a threat. Bro. That's big too. Hold on. That's big. Like, oh, I can't stop pausing it when it's dark? Please. That's like half the tree. That's huge. That's really, really huge. It doesn't make it any better. But, oh, it's still looking from the tree. I do. Yeah, that can't be
Precise
normal.
location in the video is still unknown, but presumably it was somewhere in the US. The video is somewhat short and has awful quality, but you can see a strange figure poking its head out of the tree line. It does seem a bit sus that the thing keeps just repeating the same exact movements without advancing or retreating in any way, but the military seems
Yeah, I mean,
stumped
that's
enough to be
still-
on high alert. This kind of extraterrestrial looking being has been spotted before in a few other locations. Check out this video caught at around the same time as the American military by a dude and his dog on a snowmobile in the Canadian wilderness.
Okay, so this is in Canada, I believe. So this is like a whole different area. So if we assume, right, we just make small assumptions. If we're going to assume, actually, let me look up the map too. World map. Now, if we assume that this is like near Canada, or Canada, just by like the pure reasons in that, meaning if we assume by this restricted area, right, just assuming, it had to happen in like literally like near the borders. That's all it is. Near the borders of where this had to happen. Not only that, during winter time too does not make it better.
Yeah. No. Jake. I don't know what he's barking at. I think he sees something back here.
Yeah, I would stop and at least look. But that's not
What are you
normal.
barking at? Holy crap!
I mean, that's
Holy crap! Did you see that? No. Dude, holy crap! It's standing right on the left side. Holy.
I mean, that could have just been
That's either a pretty ugly ghost or an alien if we've ever seen one.
an
The figure
alien.
has a similar skin tone to a Caucasian human and huge cavernous eyes. Oh, and a massive head. Classic alien behaviour, really. The guy wasn't able to catch any more footage of the creature, so we have no idea if it was some kind of prank or a setup for both of these. Do you think that these clips could be proof that the alien invasion has already happened?
Bruh, I
Or is
don't.
there something more logical that explains these clips?
I feel like for the military one, it could be like anything.
Fire and flames.
Second one is
This video was sent
interesting.
in by one of our viewers, Sen Godratmund, via email. Thanks for the suggestion. He was itching for us to analyse a video he found on YouTube that had chilled him to the core. The
Oh,
clip in question was recorded during a sort of seance, conducted by a man who was attempting to use a bonfire to summon a specific presence.
a
Take
spot.
look at what
No.
happens as he sat crouched near the flames.
هیچ ایرادی نداره همین که شما
Of course, he's gonna. Yes, I see the area arrow. You don't need to point it out that much.
ایرادی
What?
نداره کفایت میکنه اگر در شرایط
That's
ایرادی نداره
that's an
همین که شما
interesting
الان خودتون
bush.
نشون دادید، برای
I
ما
know they've
کفایت
seen it. Oh, the silhouette.
At first, we found this clip so impressive that we just had to keep going back and looking closer. But
Okay, that's
as we
analyzing that
we
frame by
realised something
frame
wasn't
would be a
quite right.
while.
So here's the deep analysis.
Like that's
that we
an
observed.
that's interesting.
Firstly, if you slow the video down and go frame by frame,
Because like it looks like a silhouette comes up. Like I don't think anyone can like typically miss the
you
silhouette.
can see that when the rock moves, the shadow is so delayed it's laughable.
Okay.
The guy's shadow is pretty sus as well. Right here, his shadow is moving, but he isn't. Look at his hands.
Okay,
Right
so this
here,
could be
he's also
severely
dropped himself
edited.
in it. Take a look. Did you see that split second where the entire video footage moved? You probably removed a layer in editing and just wasn't able to cover it well enough and missed it when you uploaded.
Okay, yeah,
That is
okay.
obvious.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Eagle-eyed viewers or anyone who utilises the speed settings on their YouTube videos, it's actually pretty blatant.
Yeah, this is
maybe
not
poltergeists
good.
know their way around video editing software.
Yeah, like I had to re-look at that.
Number 3.
And when they pointed out, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, that had to been fake.
Abandoned hospital corridors will always remain one of the most unsettling places in the world.
I feel like the reason why, like, hospitals' corridors are so scary to a lot of people, or the pure reason of it's also the same place where the most dangerous stuff can happen. Like, a lot of, like, people mostly, like, when it's abandoned places, they mostly stay at in abandoned, like, like houses, if not hospitals. Those are like usually the main two. Like when you look at incidents, it's always like those two places, if not like a city, some type of like 3-story house or whatever. It's always like those type of places.
And with the rise of liminal spaces in mainstream media, almost everybody can begin to feel completely isolated under the
Yeah, like going to a abandoned hospital is like feeling like being in the backgrounds of real life. That's why.
yellow lights. Which is why this person was shivering and recording their journey through a seemingly empty hospital. They didn't trust their surroundings, and they were right not to. Check out the footage they caught.
Okay. Okay, the sound is a little scary. You're not looking both ways. Like, check your corners. Is it an abandoned hospital or do they work here? Oh. Yeah, no. Uh-uh. That's too cute to start running. That's your cue to get your fists up and
Those
just
machines
start
are pretty damn
throwing.
heavy, so it would be quite the task to get something to be able to pull them around. String would snap with one pull, and fishing wire wouldn't give that amount of momentum. Anything with the strength to pull the things around would stick out on camera like a sore thumb.
Yeah,
Someone could have
true.
pushed them the other way, but where would they be hiding? Hospitals have housed the last breaths of many. Could this be real footage of the spirits finally lashing out after being...
It's the same thing with hospitals and battlefields. Doing like research on the occult and such, those two places literally have like the most like they're the most haunted places because that's also the same places where most people die at. Hospitals, if not the battlefield. It's always those two places. Unless the place has a major tragedy. But other than that, it's usually those two places.
being trapped?
The only to also pause it to add another comment. The only main reason why a lot of people say the most haunted place or like this and that is literally most of the time because it has like the most activity. Because there are passive ghosts and there are like some ghosts that just be chilling, but then there's like those places where like they delve into like demonic stuff and that's when it like gets like really bad.
Number 2. Parking up. While checking through the CCTV cameras for a multi-storey car park, the security guards were left trembling limb from limb
Oh.
when they saw something horrifying on the video stream. No, they weren't watching a car with L plates trying to parallel park during rush hour.
Bro, of course they said trying to parallel park during rush hour. That's the worst.
It was something much scarier.
Real ghost caught in CCTV. Those cameras are bad too. Oh. Okay, that's strange. And it's multiple cameras, multiple angles. There's no reasonable doubt that this can't be.
The camera
This can't
quality
be
could
edited.
possibly be to blame here. Sometimes the video comes out a bit faded and glitchy.
No.
With people and objects not as clear as they could be. But why does the figure stay transparent for the whole video?
Yeah, like
Why
that's
is it darting in and
transparent.
out of the cars? It could be glitchy footage of a guy just trying to find his car, but the dark,
That's not
seemingly
normal.
sweet quality to the silhouette has us thinking something more sinister was at play.
Because usually, like even like for CCTV cameras, you would if it's like a person, they're usually darker, not lighter. So it makes no sense why they would be transparent.
Number 1. Final thoughts.
Oh, final
This video
thoughts.
comes from a street CCTV camera in Japan. The backstory is
Oh.
somewhat murky, but it claims to capture an unbelievable moment just on the side of the road.
Okay. It seems like a homeless person. Is that literally what you would think is unbelievable? Wait, he's not getting up though. What? It looks like he's still laying down though. Oh. Is he okay? Yeah, it literally looked like the soul left his body. That's actually pretty scary. Question is, why is there a camera there? The camera quality is also trash too. Oh, I mean that. I feel like that could be real to a degree. I don't think it's easy to edit that video. Yeah, you showed us this 3 times. Yeah.
A separate part of our consciousness and body, that it latches onto one vessel, and when that vessel takes its last breath, the soul detaches itself and roams the world free once more. The belief is somewhat
Did an
similar to that
incident
of
happen
ghosts and
there, though?
ghouls, but with more of an emotional and spiritual twist. But it's the very thing that this video claims to have witnessed. Although it's a bit weird that souls miraculously come out with the same clothes on as the human. Perhaps the world of souls is a cosmopolitan place. Who knows?
Who knows?
Shiro had one thought.
That was an interesting video. I would say, like, most of it is true. The first video is absolutely not 100%. Okay, this is that's an hour. I mean, we can look at an hour. This is top 20 scariest ghost videos of 2025. Now, we do be having, like, some incidents. I'm sorry, my brain went off for a moment. But the flat out thing of like this year is a lot of camera quality has been getting better. A lot of stuff been like improving. So it's interesting to flat out see how like things has improved during this time frame. We don't really know. Like I said, it could be anything. Editing also becomes very easy nowadays. Like, it's easy to edit videos, so you can't really be sure.
The door closing by itself was creepy enough. But what the hell was looking through the window?
Oh. The fact that they take that as
Paranormal
normal.
investigators, Dark Gate Aria, decided.
Oh yeah, also pointing out, just so I don't get hit with no copyright claim, this is also by the same person, Goose Pimples.
take on a truly terrifying challenge.
Says it up there top
Exploring a
right too.
haunted forest where, according to local law, children have been dragged into the darkness, never to be seen again.
Okay, I seen this video before. This one was where they grab on the tent.
So on a random
Of course,
Tuesday
I am gonna skip a little because I have seen
they
this.
packed what they
It was outside the tent,
can clearly see there's
like outside the tent. Yeah.
no one touching it. No way they can for a full.
And they seen something outside the darkness.
Again, something struck the tent. No.
But yeah, I am gonna like skip this one because this one I done already. That one I do believe was like full on real.
First into Japan's creepiest corners to uncover the weird and unexplainable. Based in Okazaki, these investigators have a knack for finding abandoned homes and haunted spots that most people wouldn't dare set foot in. And trust me, what they captured in this mini compilation will leave you scratching your head. Take a look.
Okay, looking at that looks like that one horror movie, and I already don't like it.
とりあえずじゃあちょっと回収していきましょうか。もう回収して少しだけ検証したらもう終わりでいいかなっていうふうに思ってます。ちょっと布団の上に乗らせてもらおうか。
Okay.
In this first clip, the team explores a cluttered Japanese home, where the camera lingers on a Buddhist altar and a memorial photo. The scattered objects and two large cabinets add an eerie stillness.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. Hold on, is this Japan?
Japanese home.
Okay, yeah, this is Japanese home. So Japanese homes tend to be, or even rooms, tend to be super spawn. Like, they're like very tiny. Not to say like it's bad or anything. It's not. But like I can't see it being a living condition for me. Like from the looks of it, from like my like situations of like seeing Japanese homes, it's like it's perfect, but it's not. It just really
The camera
depends.
lingers on a Buddhist altar and a memorial photo. The scattered objects and two large cabinets add an eerie stillness.
The whole place
At
doesn't
first,
feel
nothing seems
safe,
to be
if
out of the
anything.
ordinary. But when you slow it down, things take a creepy turn. Through the narrow crack of one of the cabinets, a hand briefly appears, just for a split second.
Oh.
Kicker, no one else was in the room. So who or what was hiding inside?
There's a hand. He giving them a
Video two,
hand.
the shadowy silhouette.
Okay, this one. I feel like this one was just made for dramatic effect. Like, you can literally pass this on as a ghost story to your friends. I'm pretty sure there was a silhouette somewhere. Oh yeah, behind. I see it. It was like right there. It's right there. Okay, hold on. Let me move my model again. It's right there. No. Hey, come on. Don't do that to me. It's right there. It's literally right there. But no. We don't like that. We don't like that at all. That's my evil face. No. I constantly forget which toggle. Yeah, there it is. This is the real toggle. This is what I look like when I see something that's not supposed to be there. This looks like it's literally from a Conjuring movie. I don't know who this person is, but if he's the one like making all this up, that man needs to sign up for like a movie deal, whatever. Have to be. Dude.
The second clip takes us into another abandoned Japanese house, where the investigator cautiously documents the dimly lit rooms. He snaps photos of the main entrance, the bathroom, and
Okay,
even
so
the
it's
mirror
two
above
different
the sink.
places.
Everything seemingly normal at first, but then the camera catches something spine-chilling. In the corner of an otherwise empty room, a ghostly figure appears, faintly visible.
Yeah, like
as
in
if
the
watching from
background.
the darkness.
Evil.
And just when you think it
Evil.
couldn't get creepier, it does. While filming the bathroom mirror, the reflection reveals a woman's figure standing behind him, silent and uncomfortably close.
Yeah, I don't even, like, it's hard to sit there to even claim it's a woman too, because like that could have been a hooded figure, all we know. That could have been anything.
Oblivious at the time, the investigator only discovers this unsettling presence later while reviewing the
I don't even think that's a mirror either.
Video 3, the lurking presence.
Now this one, this already looks bad. Like, that's not a good look. Yeah, this place is for sure abandoned. This is not a good look. Video hasn't started and I'm already having bad, like, I already cold feet. Oh. Oh no. That's not good. That's not good.
The third clip takes us into a room packed with scattered furniture. Among the clutter, he spots a vanity mirror wrapped in a blanket and begins unwrapping it. But as he does, things take a sinister turn.
I can't tell if those little things right there are like talismans or not. I'm not 100% sure.
The doorbell suddenly rings, pulling his attention away. When he checks, no one's there. And just as he gets back up to unwrap the mirror, his static camera captures something bone-chilling. Can you see it? There was no one behind that door, but now we can see what looks like a woman with a disfigured face. But is it really? Whatever it was, prank, spirit, or something darker, one thing's for sure. If these walls could talk, we wouldn't want to hear what they'd have to say.
I mean, I don't like to make like that one necromancer joke, but you know the one with the phoenix, right? That literally sits there and is like, "Your Honor, I summon my as a necromancer, I summon my first witness, the victim." Like, I picture that when he says like the walls be talking, but like at the same time, it's like, I don't. No, you don't want that. That's bad. That's pretty bad. If you ask me.
While checking over the CCTV cameras at the hospital he worked at, this guy noticed something strange on one of the cameras. For weeks on end, he would regularly see the same phenomenon take place right in front of his eyes.
So to continue on that part too, because based on a lot of ghost stories, especially like evolving like wars and that, some of the ghosts still will act out their like final moments in that, or even act out like the things they were doing beforehand. So like maybe in this situation, it's a spirit just acting out the same exact time, same date, or you know, same day of the week to say, same time. They just repeat their same thing for like eternity. That's probably what it is in this situation.
Su fantasma no lo va a captar.
¿Has visto? ¿Has visto dónde ha salido?
Walking calmly with arms and legs.
Feli tiene que salir de dudas.
Needs to clear out his doubts. So they just disappeared?
He says that at first he thought it was perhaps a fellow colleague or a wayward patient. But how on earth would they vanish into thin air as they walked? It could be
they just vibe checked
issues, but the place the figure comes from is a GP office that is locked every single night and checked routinely. So there's no way that they could be hiding in there. The staff member sounds pretty relaxed about the whole situation. But apparently that's because he sees and senses many strange things while he's working.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, if that's like a medical area. Hold on. They said it's medical?
Apparently that's been locked every single night in his book. The place the figure comes from is a GP office that is locked every single...
Hold on. GP. Okay, yeah, it's a medical like place. Still, it would make sense for like something like that to have like some type of like
checked routinely.
incident.
So there's no way that they could be hiding in there. The staff member sounds pretty relaxed
like
about
that's
the whole situation.
I mean,
but apparently that's because he sees and senses many strange things while he's working.
I mean,
let's just hope that the figure doesn't gradually start inching closer and closer to his office.
I mean, like in a situation like this, I don't think it bothered him too much because one, I mean, it would make your job very interesting to see stuff like that, but at the same time, it's like, bro, yeah, this place is haunted. Yeah, this is a medical place. Like, what do you expect? It's like going to a creepy like basement and being surprised when there's a ghost in it.
You never know what you'll dig up on an excavation. Ancient relics, lost artifacts, or something that should have stayed buried.
Yeah, there's so much stuff that should have stayed buried.
This archaeologist in India, when he stumbled upon a dark cave and noticed something moving inside. Knowing none of his team was supposed to be there, he pulled out his camera and captured something downright chilling.
He's not supposed to be there? Oh. That's another person. He's out in the they are out in the open too. Like anyone can see them. That's super dangerous.
What was that?
That was another person.
A humanoid figure leans out from the darkness, locking eyes with the archaeologist. But here's where it gets even creepier. He doesn't remember any of this happening. The only proof that something was lurking in that cave, this footage. And just when you think it's weird enough, look again. The second that thing notices the camera, strange distortions ripple across the screen, almost like the air itself is shifting. A split second later, the archaeologist turns away, almost like he's under some kind of mind control. Memory wipe.
What if you just say it's not there, just to like, you know, put the anonymous in there?
Whatever it is, I'd be handing in my resignation immediately. But what do you think? Did this guy encounter something not of this world, and have his memory erased to forget? Let us know in the comments.
I feel like he could have just encountered another person. That could be like what it was.
It started as a quiet, uneventful Sunday at a museum in Russia, closed to the public for the day. But the piece was short-lived. The guards on duty noticed something strange on the camera feeds that would leave them, and many viewers, pretty unsettled. Take a look.
Okay. Oh. That's a silhouette right there of a person. Oh. That's super clear too.
Karam jabıq dur ya. Siz şınap koçasap jabıq gördünüz. Hayda sizge görünüp жаңа.
I would have at least sent someone like down there to like look.
Bunu gördünüz mü? Eleştiri koy.
And it looks like they're just like treating it like a normal museum visit.
A transparent figure can be seen wandering the exhibit, appearing to examine some of the pieces on display. However, when one of the guards rushed to check the area, there was no one there.
You know, the guard who rushed to check the area must not believe in ghosts. Just said, man, I swear to God. It's like someone trying to get you out the store closing hours. That's what it, like, the type of energy that it gives me. Like, that type of energy. You know, when sometimes you're, like, you're doing your job and it's like someone decided to, like, overstay their welcome and it's like, homie, I care for you, but please, 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 please leave. I don't need you here.
Did you spot how it seemingly walked through the object in front of it? What makes this even creepier is the museum's recent history.
A recent
Before
history.
this footage was captured, an elderly lady went to visit the museum with her daughter. During the visit, she told her daughter she wasn't feeling well and went to the bathroom. After waiting 20 minutes, the daughter went to check on her, only to find her lying on the floor. Tragically, it was already too late. Many now believe her spirit never left and was finally caught on camera.
That makes sense. I mean,
a genuine ghost sighting.
I mean, I feel like this would be a general ghost sighting due to the fact that security footage of like that places can't really get like manipulated like that. Since I don't think they can even like control the recordings, it's usually like higher ups that control that. That's why they use the phone to record this and not like get the image files itself. Or not image files, the video files.
Or just a peculiar camera glitch? Let us know.
I don't think a camera glitch can do that. Not in So Wet person. I think that one's true.
Good night out. You're probably thinking of strobe lights, DJ booths, and flowing liquor. Probably not bumbling through the deep, dark expanse of a twisted forest, armed with only a flashlight and your own wits.
See, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Like, I'm tired of, like, people going to the woods, like, without, like, anything, like, defend themselves. Like, anything can happen in the woods. Like, why only carry a flashlight and camera and such? Like, please, like, I can literally open up eBay right now, look up a slingshot, because a hunting slingshot actually does a lot of damage. For $23, it is a hunting slingshot is not like bad to have. It's super easy to own and super easy to use. Or even a baseball bat, right? The only thing is you might have to like tie it to your back, but like that's better than going out there defenseless. Like, come on.
But that's what tickled these guys over at Sly Studios' fancies.
Oh
and
my
that's
god.
Precisely where they ended up. While exploring the classified location,
I'm not looking at this one. This is the one where they try to make it seem like haunted and it's just a random person in the place. Yeah, so let me go back. It's most like the first, because I've seen this one before in like my past like live stream. The first half is just nothing. This is when they like mess with the random person.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. Caught it.
That
I remember this.
Was either something paranormal or something real. And we can't actually decide which one we find scarier.
Kidding me, dude? I knew fucking.
Yeah, someone would be staying there. I wouldn't be surprised.
These guys enough that one of them ended up in the hospital.
And then we had to come to the ER for Braden. After he got in the car and recorded for a little bit on the way home.
Yeah.
He started to get a lot of pain, like near his heart. So we had to come to the ER. We've been here for a few hours now.
Hope he's alright.
The middle of the night, we're like the only ones here. So we'll keep you posted.
It all looked like a bad panic attack after he was chased back to the car.
Yeah.
But then came the sharp pain in his chest. Was it just pure fear catching up to him? Or did something latch onto his heart during the investigation?
I think maybe they pushed themselves too hard.
Waiting for its next move. Either way, one thing's certain. He didn't leave that place alone.
Let's go.
Yeah. I feel like he probably hurt himself or just over a bad panic.
This driver's dash cam picked up something that made him question everything.
Is this
At
the truck
first,
one?
It seemed like just another late night drive, but then he saw it. Here's what he captured that night.
If it's the white dress girl, it would. Oh. That's not normal. That's really not good.
A figure.
Hold on. They caught her in the back too? Okay, that could have been like a real person and not a ghost. Like, they could have been anyone.
A figure appeared to be thumbing a lift, standing right in the middle of the highway. His dash cam caught it, and so did his rear cam, yet
Yeah.
it never moved.
I think
Not
the
when
only...
car approached, nor when the headlights hit.
Like, I feel like the only scary part about that, I wouldn't even call this a ghost sighting video. I would more to say that could have been like a scary person in the middle of the road. Like, I wouldn't have like stopped if like something like happened, you know.
It was just there. By the time he processed what he had seen, it was already behind him, swallowed by the darkness. But deep down,
You can still see their shadow too. A little bit. Like, you can still see the shadow quite a bit.
Swallowed by the darkness.
Like right there. You can still see it quite a bit. So I doubt it's like a ghost. I would
But
say it's
deep
more of a
down, he
person.
knew that thing wasn't waiting for a ride. Sometimes, security cameras don't just protect you, but they can help in the case of people nearby. Ever since audio capture became better on home security systems, people have been catching all sorts of conversations. But this guy caught something more terrifying than anything.
Escucha y observa lo que esta cámara logra.
Listen, watch that this camera captured.
Una alma en pena.
A tormented soul pleading for his life. I mean... anything could have been happening. I mean, I'm trying to listen. No, don't kill me. Okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Watch up there. Okay, no, that... Okay. That's scary. Catching that outside is scary.
The begging is creepy enough, but did you spot that weird shadow figure towards the end?
Now, to also like point out as well, the dog like going off crazy on nothing is also a first red flag. There have been a lot of people theorize that dogs and cats can see spirits and they usually like sense them in that. So like dogs usually go in defensive mode instantly, so they usually watch if not bark at the area, so it makes sense that the dog is going crazy during this moment.
Why is it translucent and seeming to run towards the screaming? Granted, it could just be a person running to help, and their speed distorted them on camera, but it still doesn't explain the begging and pleading. Especially considering we can't see anyone chasing her. Either some terrifying sacrifices are going on in that suburb, or someone is a bit too deep in their roleplay with an imaginary friend.
I don't think someone would be that deep in roleplay with their imaginary friend. If someone was that deep, I would like genuinely feel bad for you. Like, homie, like I know we all have our moments where we like talk to ourselves and we get like so caught up in the moment of like, oh, you know, we act out and we like talk to ourselves. I know because I have those moments myself. Like I genuinely do enjoy like sitting down and like talk to myself sometimes. That's just me. But like from this like video alone, like I feel like it's easy to edit audio, but it's not easy to edit like the shadow person. I doubt like that's real. Plus, it's like in the middle of the night. I doubt anyone would like do that, pretend to do that in the middle of the night unless it's like actually serious.
Friend. This dude, known by many as Red Fox, was good at embarking on spooky investigations, hunting for ghosts, and he has witnessed many successful adventures. But on this particular day, he became the hunted one. He came into his room talking about how his house had gone full-on haunted mode. Random noises, stuff falling off shelves, total chaos.
So, from the little background that they give, I'm going to assume that the ghost attached himself onto this man and now haunting his apartment.
So, he set up cameras to capture the situation and find the ghost troubling his house. After setting them up, he went about his day. Everything seemed normal until the sun dipped. That's when things got weird.
You know, this is probably a bad thing to say, but I can see myself living in a place like this. This is not a bad place. Maybe there's like some areas I would clean up a bit, but I can live in a place like this. Dude. Okay, nothing odd in any of the cameras. Watch that door opens by itself. Oh, something moved.
Later, the ghost clocked in for its shift, doing something that could make your goose pimples go,
yeah.
Take a look.
If he throws that mirror down, I'm gonna start like laughing. Okay. I'm looking all over. I don't see any. Nothing out of the ordinary. Oh, the jacket. Yeah, jacket's moving. Severely, too. Oh, that's not
Did you
good.
see that? Watch closely.
Someone's gonna come in here and say, but that's just the wind. I don't think the wind can blow up that effectively. And I feel like it's a porkygeist, if anything. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, it's... Dude still asleep? I would have woke up after that. Okay, so it's moving things. Yeah, porkygeist. He's still asleep. Homie.
The night was only just getting started though. Whatever was lurking inside the room seemed to love sleeves and switches. Could it be a restless spirit, or an evil spirit he offended on one of his haunting trips? Either way, the shadowy figure wasn't done flexing.
Wasn't done flexing their eyes. Their impressive watches. Oh. That was a yeet. Into the sink, too. Thank you. Like, that needed to go somewhere.
He got up to turn off the tap and give up. Do you think it's time for him to find a new place? Yeah, I think
It's time for him to get Exorcist. No. No, 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 no. You can't end a video like that. No. Bro, there is no way to end a video like that. That's wrong. That's evil. Bro. You're gonna make me start assuming this man's dead. Hold on. What was his YouTube?
Time has come. It's time.
No, what was his YouTube? Josh, I've been super well, man. How you been, homie? You're having a wonderful one. Hopefully you've been well. We're just reacting to some horror content.
Footage channel.
Hey, really? Ended that in like a crazy note. I don't even know how you feel about that. I've been alright, man. Thanks for asking. What are you up to this fine, wonderful night? Any plans? Any wonderful plans for this great evening? I mean, the night be nighting. Okay, what's the next one? 11?
YouTube channel Cora MK2 is run by a biker who shares thrilling helmet cam footage.
Just reaction for the most part, really. Okay, that's good to hear. You need your rest. We all have right to relax. Just don't push yourself too hard.
From his rides.
Okay, a biker.
This particular trip over the Pasadena Bridge in Los Angeles.
Pasadena Bridge. Why have I heard of that before? Pasadena Bridge. Has there been ghosts in that incident? Okay, yeah. It's known as a... I'm trying to word this in a way where I don't get banned from any place, but this is like a place where a lot of people just kind of like cut the cord. And it has a really long history, a really bad history, and also known as a very haunted place. This bridge was completed in 1913, and it was designed as a concrete bridge, and it was like probably the highest concrete bridge in the world, one of the highest. And over the years, of course, a lot of people like cut the cord on this bridge, so as a result, a lot of people has like ghost stories and like claims about the area. No, no wonder I heard about this bridge, because this is also like one of the like haunted places. It was a really big place. This is also where like one lady in the channel where we watched like one video. This is the same bridge where she saw like a shadowy like figure at.
He captured something far more puzzling than his usual road adventures. Before we watch what he captured though, it's important to learn about the Pasadena's Bridge and why it's turned into a well-known paranormal hotspot.
Yeah, I pointed that out. I literally went over the history.
Bridge is known to locals as a place where many people choose to take their last breath. Therefore, there have been efforts to put up more fences to limit the alarming number of wanting to end it all visitors. Now, let's fast forward to our biker's late night ride with his buddies. As he cruises across the bridge while telling his audience about what's been going on at the bridge, his helmet camera captures something pretty unsettling.
That helmet looks cool though.
Take a look.
Too. Just a side note.
I was told that there were about 19 attempts in 1 month at one point. And so, as you can see on the bridge here, they set up these fences, and I think they're at this time.
Yeah, even in like Florida and such, in the South, they started like putting a lot of bridges on, a lot of walls on bridges, literally because like how often a lot of the things were a lot of this event was happening like around the states. And a lot of people are saying it started to become like a safety issue, so like it makes like clear sense. I mean, with enough incident, it makes flat out sense. I mean, I would generally just say like stuff like this is like scary.
They were gonna block up. They're gonna mount some more fences along the light posts so people can't easily climb over it. I thought it was like weird because I was like,
missed it? Don't worry.
I mean, they went
Our
by a
guy has had a
person.
hard time spotting it too. Let's slow it down and touch over the fence where no human should be.
That wasn't.
He briefly.
That wasn't really over the fence. That looked like someone who was just walking. That literally looks like it's just a person walking.
He turned his head to double check, and to his surprise, just 1 second later, she was nowhere to be seen.
Like, I feel like this video is a little, like, this one is much, right? Because, like, that looks like an area anyone can walk in. Then, 2, bikes are fast. Like, I would say they can, like, get faster than a normal car. So, like, I doubt that, like, oh, it takes 1 second for them to disappear. It takes 1 second for you to, like, go super far on a bike. It's not that hard.
The only proof of her presence was the footage captured on his camera.
That seems like a normal
Here's where it
person.
gets strange. As he drove further, he couldn't shake the thought. Why would a woman be standing all alone on a bridge at that hour?
She was walking.
There were no camera crews, no friends, and no nearby buildings. When he told his friends what he'd seen, they brushed it off, suggesting she must have taken the stairs from the bridge. But to him, that explanation didn't add up. She had disappeared far too quickly.
It's a bike.
Maybe she'd gone down the stairs as they suggested, or maybe not. I guess we'll never know.
I really doubt.
Late at night, TikToker Devil's Gang does what most of us wouldn't dream of. He heads straight into creepy.
Okay, I heard of this like TikToker. Isn't this like the same TikToker that, if I remember correctly, they were walking with like their grippers out in like one abandoned place?
Places just for the thrill of it. Armed with nothing but a camera and a death wish. He shares his spine-chilling discoveries with his followers. This time...
No. This wasn't the dude with the grippers. This was the dude with the suit. He went to abandoned place with like a suit on. Like, and he was like sitting there like talking as if he has like a business like some business like stuff or whatever. And it's like, homie, I thought this was a ghost video. Like, what? It was a funny video to like genuinely watch.
Explored multiple spots that'll make you wonder, is this real or just a supernatural messing with us? Take a look.
مګرو د شپې یو بجه ده کنه او رايخې کړم پوه شولې دا ولې ډبو تاسو ګورې خبر کړو ها هیڅوک نشته یا الله.
Okay, yeah, I've seen this video before.
خیر دو ګورې ټول شپه دا ورته پښنټ.
It's also a video we've seen in the channel.
شپه زموږ له پوه شو دو ګورې څوک شته نه.
Some non-force on the hitting the flat out. Yeah. I remember this. They moved the bucket too. If I skipped a bit, yeah. This was like a old video. He started like messing with a bunch of places as well. Okay, yeah, we've seen this video on the channel before. I'm not too interested in it due to the fact that this is kinda... It's both...
With a shred of self-preservation and a nightmare. Now, most people would...
It's... Like, that video is ridiculous.
The camera back at himself, proving to...
Like, he... Or not even a suit, like one of those like professional like clothes.
All of us that waiting to have...
After a good few camping videos on the channel, you'd think there would be nothing new that could scare you about setting up a tent.
In the middle of
There's
nowhere.
So many old
yeah.
tales and legends. Perhaps we lose sight of one of the scariest things of all. Brendan Explorers loves to pick up his van and drive off to new places. Soaked in the culture and get comfy while still experiencing the outdoors. Soon after deciding on his camping spot, a small part in Dedham, Essex, he begins cooking his dinner and watching out the window. But as the sun began to set, the night wasn't the only darkness washing over the streets. Trusting his gut, he left to find somewhere that felt a little safer. And so he settled on.
So hold on. His definition of safe is in the middle of the woods in the dark, away from the populated area. This man's survival instinct is clearly not high.
Spot. There's apparently a quiet little park up at the end here, maybe. This'll do me. I'm alone, but I mean, there's no houses around me, so it's not as if I'm alone in a housing estate.
I mean, that's true. But like, it's still not good to be in the middle of nowhere by yourself. Bring out your flashlight or something, like use your light.
Possibly one of the creepiest forest lanes in the world. What could possibly go wrong? Brendan got comfortable again and settled into bed. But as he slept, every camper's worst nightmare unfolded right outside his van.
Yeah, bro. And it's a flashlight too?
Hey!
Oh. That's...
Right, whoever the that was has now gone. I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah,
Ghost
I mean...
pale in comparison to the fear you feel when you have to face up against a human threat. Luckily for Brendan, the person only seemed interested in whatever he had sitting in the front seat, rather than him, and after he shouted, the thief ran off. But if this is...
Yeah, because I feel like in a situation like that, right? The robber doesn't know what he has and what he doesn't have. Like, he could have, like, a weapon all he knows. So, like, of course the robber ain't gonna, like, stay around. Like, he probably didn't even take anything, and they're just, like, flat out saying that. But, like, we both know that they weren't gonna stay around.
Then Brendan Explores should consider himself extremely, extremely lucky. The most interesting thing though is the fact that hours before the event took place, he already had a bad feeling about camping. Amazing how the vibes can be so off that everyone can sense it through a screen.
Yeah, like a situation like this, I would have like banged at the thing too.
Hey!
Taking out the rubbish is one of the most hated chores across the nation. But what does the actual rubbish think about it? Well, in this video posted on Reddit, it seems to show the soul of the rubbish bag making a run for it.
The soul of a rubbish bag making a run for it?
Maybe all those bumps and bangs you hear in the night are simply the ghosts of bin bags past.
I swear, they just didn't... I'm sorry. Like, I love this YouTuber to death, but like, bro, is this really the video you just thrown out? Like, you had like maybe 80 other videos you could have chose, and you chose this. Like, bro. Like, come on. Come on, guys, we had better videos.
Jokes aside though, what the hell could that actually be? While it does just look like a bin bag on legs,
yeah, that's what it looks like.
Clip and slowed it down, showing nothing much aside from the fact that the figure is completely transparent.
It looks like an Among Us character. That could have been an Among Us character, like 100%. That's what I feel like. It just could have been anything.
Suspect of the fact that the camera seems to be buried among...
My main concern is, why is your camera hidden behind a bunch of dishes? keep adding to that pile and the camera will become obscure. Bruh. That is the most wildest statement.
Washing up, and that it isn't a security camera, it's just a camera. Who sets up a camera in their kitchen to record themselves taking the bins out? Do you think it's a bit sus, or is that figure an indication that something much scary is going on inside that house?
No, like a lot of it is just not making any sense.
We've seen people make some bad life choices, but dragging an Ouija board to a graveyard alone is stupid o'clock.
Bro, this was one of my favorite videos. I remember making a clip on this stupid oak clock. If I remember, this man went to a graveyard with the Ouija board and it didn't go well.
That's not just reckless, that's paranormal Darwinism.
Darwinism.
Meet Two-Turnt Brian, a streamer who thought summoning ghosts solo was a great idea. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. His goal? A chill little chat with the afterlife. You know, maybe meet some friendly spirits.
Friendly spirits.
And call it a night. What he actually got? Let's just say Casper was busy, so something else showed up instead. And now Brian might need a nightlight for life.
Now,
take a look.
So, starting with this, of course I'm going to explain it again. All of us know, all of us as like paranormal and occult people, flat out know that number one, you don't use the Ouija board by yourself. That's bad. It's literally one of the first rules. Do not make a flat out, do not try to do like communication by yourself. Rule number 2, right? Because if I remember this video correctly, he didn't even have his hand on this half the time. You're supposed to have your hand on the board, or not even the board, on this little thing. You're supposed to have your hand on it 24/7, right? To the very end of the whole thing. You can't take a second and keep your hand off. All it takes is one small incident and it doesn't go well. That's usually what happens. If I remember properly, this man literally, not only did he broke every single rule, he also sat there and did a lot of other funny stuff. I remember this one.
2, 3. Friendly spirits, we call to you for communication.
Friendly spirits. He give you context too. He's doing this at a graveyard. Like literally doing this at the graveyard. That's the worst start.
Is there any spirits that would like to communicate with me? Yo, it's moving fast, bro.
Okay.
That's
because it looks normal at first.
I'm barely touching it.
Because like it looks normal at first.
Was it you that moved the camera?
Was it you that moved the camera?
Now that's red flag number 1.
The fucking car.
Now, this is where things started going downhill. As us viewers and myself, he let go of this. You're not supposed to let go of this. Regardless of what happens around you, you're not supposed to let go of this. If you want to let go of it, you have to say goodbye. That's like the main rules of the Ouija board. Most of the, I'm going based on like the old boards. I don't know if the newer boards like has like different rules or like different wording, but a lot of the older boards, you're not supposed to like put your hand off the thing. That's bad, and don't do that. Man screaming 4K. Camera then goes down, which is another bad thing.
Bro.
Yeah, and you hear his like homie in the background saying you have to say goodbye. Like this dude obviously don't know anything about the board.
Bro, it broke the light.
Yeah, of course it broke the light.
It broke the light.
Another thing for the viewers to point out, keep an eye on this because it does like move a little bit.
Bro.
Yeah, see, even he's saying it. Don't leave the chant by itself. Because look, originally that was there. Or right here. That went from there to up here. That should have been like a red flag in itself. And the man is still like not paying attention. And it's even still moving, like even in our eyes. Like I doubt a string could like mess with that. Plus, I kind of doubt he would be smart enough to like make that look fake.
Same, bro.
This dude needs like a better like camera
Yo,
thing.
Chris. Should I leave?
Bro, do you feel? Are you okay? Should I leave? Like, be honest with yourself. Like, can you think you can continue?
I'm shaking, but
If you think you can push through, bro, like, bro, this is some real shout.
do I just say goodbye and leave?
Yeah, and like that's the thing I respect about like his friend is at least he has like enough like guts to literally tell him to, hey, you just take your losses and leave. This is not worth it. It's not good. Don't do that.
That's why you're not supposed to, bro. That's when they move it. That's their thing. Bro, I'm literally looking at it move. I'm not even joking. I'm literally looking at it move.
Yeah, it's okay. Now it's off the board all the way. Like, bro, I don't know how he not noticed.
Did you catch that? The planchette
Like, I would notice.
zone while Brian is busy fixing the tripod, and from that moment, it was game over. Or so we thought.
Yo.
A cemetery known for its paranormal activity would be enough of a red flag. But no, our guy was committed. And what happened next
Committed?
turned
Don't
this
tell me.
paranormal experiment into a full-blown nightmare. Let's watch.
Chat. Yo, Mozzie. Are there any spirits here that would like to talk to me?
You already asked that question, my guy, and it said yes.
Bro, I didn't even ask it.
This hurts to watch. Like, actually. This genuinely hurt to watch. Like, this is just natural selection.
Was that you that just turned on the alarm?
And
yes.
That's why he's not asking any like real questions other than that. Like, bro. Okay, yeah, the car was locked and no one like could have messed with it. And it doesn't look like there's anyone nearby either. And he wasn't really touching the panic button.
Where the fuck are the keys?
Apparently, no one was trying to break into his car. Whatever he was communicating with wasn't just listening, it was letting him know it was there. But it gets worse. When he finally decided he'd had enough and reached for the Ouija board to leave, something damn right chilling happened.
Bring it.
Yeah, like he has to like say goodbye.
The lights and everything. Bro. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, that man's cursed.
The board went in.
Get the phone. Get your phone.
Yeah, no, the man's cursed.
I'm leaving, bro.
He needs to see an exorcist like immediately. Or a priest.
I'm leaving.
And they both panicking. Like, it's understandable.
The Ouija board was yanked straight under the cemetery gate, almost like something didn't want him to reach it and say goodbye to end the session. At this point,
yeah, that's bad.
Had already been halfway home, deleting the footage and pretending it never happened.
I would have.
He couldn't just leave. He still had to say goodbye to the spirit, unless he wanted to risk bringing something home with him. Turns out, that was an even bigger mistake.
And that's the thing with Ouija boards. If you flat out use it in that, if you don't end the session, you basically gave them permission to be with you, and that's what you not want. That's what you don't want. Like a lot of like the big like cases in that. There was one case where it was based on a movie too. I forgot what the movie's name. But one like I think it was middle school, if not high school. They used a Ouija board and they never said goodbye. I think they used it like during an eclipse, and they never said goodbye. And as a result, they were like haunted down and everything. The only reason why that case was so big is literally because the police officer has witnessed some of the paranormal activity and he has like put it on record too. That's why like a Ouija boards like has a lot of like warnings and bad reps with it, which I don't think there's anything good about the board to begin with. I mean, I know a lot of people like have it as like jokes in that, or people who just like the occult. I don't really own the board because I kind of don't want to own a cursed item. I mostly like cute things to begin with, but like get back on point, like I don't want to have an item like that. Any sane person would not have an item like that. I know there's like some people who would like be super curious, be like, hey, owning the board would be pretty cool and like a big topic at like the dinner table. But like, no, all it takes is like one person to get a little too curious and play around, and it doesn't go well.
But I never said goodbye, bro.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Right. You might have to go jump over that fence and say goodbye.
Do I actually? What's gonna happen, bro? Honestly, like serious, what's gonna happen if I don't?
And this is the second thing why I feel like this video is like real to a degree. Because like the man generally, for one, you can tell that he doesn't really know what he's doing. He's just doing like the typical stuff that he probably seen in like some YouTube videos and that. And it seems like he can get like easily scared. I mean, in a situation like that, I think anyone can be. But like you can tell like he's panicking half the time, and it's like he's not really thinking straight. So I genuinely believe that this could be like a real video, like an actual thing.
I just know that you're supposed to say goodbye. Like that's the thing. Let me see.
Bro, I don't want nothing following me, bro.
Yeah, you might as well turn around.
This whole was a mistake, bro.
That was a mistake, bro. Goodbye, bro. They stopped you from saying phone.
I'm jumping the fence, bro. I'm jumping the fence.
And he's gonna bring the phone camera this time.
Bro, Chris, look at the stream.
Oh my god, bro.
There's a big fire in there.
Oh.
There's a fire?
There's a fire.
Get out of there, run. Yo, get out of there. I'm not gonna get out of there. Get out.
Bro.
No. He has to go through.
Bro, if that's the board, bro, everything just escaped.
Brian, go home, bro. I think you just go home, bro. Say goodbye. You're not allowed to follow me. Say it out loud right now.
Goodbye, you're not allowed to follow me.
I feel like he still has to touch the board. That doesn't matter.
Work, bro.
That's not really how it works.
Do you think that's the board?
Because the board ain't on the ground. This is the way I say I'm skeptical about this video, is because like, even if that said board was on fire, like it's a very, very, very big maybe. But maybe like half the video was like true, and then this other half, just someone else like messing with them. That's what I feel like it could be.
Bro, I see it. Yo, it's the board. It's the board and the planchette.
Yeah, you might as well say goodbye now.
Oh my god. Bro, I'm not touching it.
Say goodbye. Don't say goodbye.
Grab the planchette and just flat out finish the thing.
The board is burnt. Oh, sorry, I don't know.
So do I just say goodbye?
Yes, so just say goodbye, homie. Be done with it.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye. Just say goodbye. Drag it and say goodbye.
I did.
And say you cannot follow me home.
You cannot follow me home.
Brian finally realised that his
Yeah.
life was worth more than the content. So
Yeah, any sane person
he
would.
sprinted to his car and got the hell out of there. And if there's one lesson to take from this, it's that messing with an Ouija board in a cemetery might sound fun and all, but if you're crazy enough to do it, maybe, just maybe, bring a friend next time.
Yeah, because like the Ouija board is 2-player, not single. Like he literally broke almost every single rule involving that board. Like to begin with, like it was not a good situation.
Or better yet,
It was just.
Oh my fucking god, bro.
It was just foolish.
Pushing through the streets, clocking in some late night miles, this woman had no clue she was about to collide with something.
Okay, this one was
Impossible.
I remember this video. This was like the most fakest video I've ever seen. Because like I feel like that could have been very easily like edited if not faked.
Is E.T. in the front basket using his telekinetic powers or something?
And the fact that it's showing E.T. video on this is like better.
Granted, the camera quality here is a bit shoddy. We can't even see
it's in a bad
there's
area
something else
too.
happening off camera, but this certainly did not look like a crash. It looked more like someone or something started dragging her into the sky. What's going on here?
There's no like
Could this be an alien abduction caught on camera, or some kind of paranormal prankster? Let us know your.
Because like I feel like if this was like actual footage, there would be actual investigation. Because like there's no way that like something like that could happen and like the authorities or whatever turn a blind eye. There's just no way.
This group of friends wanted to spice up their night with a little mischief, so they set their sights on one of the strangest places they could think of, an abandoned prison yard. Climbing into their car.
Out of all places, they chose a prison yard.
They headed toward the long-forgotten Utah County Jail.
Utah County Jail. I think there was other cases. Hold on. County Jail. I'm pretty sure this place had, yeah, there was many stories involving that hotel. Starting with, this is just summaries. I'm not going to go like too much in because I think this is a good topic for next time. But starting with the first one, there's legend of Jean Baptiste, who is a grave digger in the 19th century, who was let me see who's badly timed robbery. Okay, yeah, he basically was a grave robber. Then there was a second one, which was the Legend of Dead Horse Point, which was another bad situation involving cowboys. The Capitol Theater, okay, Old County Jail. Okay, no, these were different stories. Old County Jail. Old County Jail is from the 1950s. It was originally built as a hospital, and then it was turned to a jail in 1979 to about 1997. And it was pretty abandoned. A lot of people say there has been voices and such coming from like the cells. And, you know, that place just has like been a lot of big topic for a lot of people who don't want to go there. From the looks of it, there has been like some news and stuff that was like evolving that place, but from the simple research I'm doing, there's not really much information.
A place that had become some of the local attraction, even serving as a set for movies. They expected rusty bars, empty cells, and...
So, to also point out, the movie they were talking about is called Inside, which was... hold on. I'm pretty sure it was a 2007 film. I'm pretty sure it was a 2007 film. Hold on. Because I know it was... Because I just flat out, like, skimmed over it and then saw it. No, it was a 2012 film. 2012 film called Inside. It is a Irish horror thriller. And I think I have the CD to this too. Actually, yeah, I do have the CD to this. This is like downstairs I have the Blu-ray. This movie looks like it wasn't completely well received. And it looks like is there at least a summary? Okay, yeah. It was like it looked like there was like gang in the place and supernatural stuff happens.
An
No
eerie
wonder it's a
silence.
little like low rating.
What they didn't expect was what happened to one of them.
This room is the scariest room, I think.
What's going on?
Will, sorry. Seriously, I hate you.
This is trippy.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is just another comment. They're flashed. This is just me. This is probably just the privilege speaking. Actually, I'm not going to say privilege because I worked hard for it. I bought a flashlight. It was like a good $39 from like Sam's Club, and that flashlight is like, or even from Costco. Their flashlights are way better than the flashlights they're using. Like any flashlight that has like the small thing in the middle it does not do well for the camera. I wouldn't recommend it. It's good, just not in places like this.
One of these is open up here though.
Dude, look at this crank. Dude. Oh, that's how you open them.
Oh, look, it is. It's all released.
Go.
Oh, all released. Homie, are you serious? That is, I mean, I can't complain because I would probably do the same thing in that situation. I can't talk like I'm better.
So this is we're in our actual cell block in the Utah County Jail right now. That's in cell 3, room 29.
I'm in for, this is the future, of course, and I had too many kills on Halo 10. It's now become
Halo dead.
offense. We're trying to crank them shut. I don't want them to snap my neck.
Dude, what is the bad idea? What if you can't uncrank it once it's cranked? Dude?
Oh!
Okay.
They're in the other room.
I'm not gonna lock it because...
Is there gonna be a lock on it?
You think?
No, I think it's a magnet.
Holy
You're joking.
I'm not kidding.
Bro.
Oh.
Yeah, absolute bad idea.
There you go.
Holy cow. Are you filming?
Were you dead serious?
I was dead serious.
Oh, you got scared for a second.
Homie, anyone would get scared if that locked in. Like, come on. I would have been terrified.
I thought...
That was just a practical scare.
No, that was joke. That was no joke. I thought it was locked in there.
Dude, I thought we were gonna have to
I did too. I thought you were totally joking.
No, I was not joking. Oh my god.
Messing around in an abandoned prison is one thing. Accidentally locking yourself inside a cell, that's a whole new level of panic.
Yeah,
The guy
I
probably
mean...
thought he had just sentenced himself to a long, lonely night in pure darkness while his friends ran off to get help. Luckily, they managed to unlock it in seconds, but in that short time, he had already accepted his fate. Next time you go...
Bro, I love he just accepted his fate after that. Like, bro, I get it, right? Second you feel locked, you just like, there's nothing I can do. You just let fate like take the wheel. I don't blame him. I mean, like, sometime, like, there was like one moment I climbed a tree. I would say I got a little high. I say at least, what was it? At least to like a second floor of like my house like level of climbing. I was getting my cat down, of course, and I started panicking on how to get down. Now, did I fall down the tree? I did, but my cat didn't get hurt, so it was like worth. The second he tried to climb up, that's when I was like, bro, I'm finna like throw hands with you, my guy. Like, chill. Where I'm not gonna, like, sit there and, like, climb this tree again just to get you. Like, I didn't suffer for nothing. No way I'm gonna suffer again. Like, that's... Getting a cat down is not perfect. This is a worse experience.
Go looking for a thrill. Remember, some things are scarier than ghosts. Now imagine being in his shoes.
Now, you say that, but you literally named the video top 20 scariest ghost videos of 2025. Now, before I do, like, continue on with the video, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. So I'm going to be, like, right back. No, it's going to take a couple minutes. So while we do that, my model is just going to sit in the middle, and I'm going to just stare at my perfectly cute model. Alright, I'm back. Oh, it was just a little bit. Let me put my model back in place while this guy starts his
No way out.
dialogue.
Pitch black. Still feeling brave.
Okay, can I get my model down?
Footage doesn't always.
Okay, hold on. Can I get my model down, please? You know, times like this is where I forgot where I put my flat out like toggle sometime, or not toggle. My source on OBS. Forgot where I put it.
Come from ghost hunts or abandoned asylums. Sometimes it's just a regular night on the sofa. That's when something happened to Val St. Louis when she was.
I mean, this is just me. This is probably just me starting a random topic. But like, I can't sleep on the couch perfectly. I have to sleep on the floor. I feel like a bed and the floor is like the most perfect place. Like, I talked to like some of my friends when I hang out with them. I was like, listen, if I ever have to like stay over, if the bed's not an option, I take the floor. Just give me a blanket and a pillow and I'd be fine. I never had problems.
Chilling at home in Ontario. Something she still can't explain. No warning, no build-up. Just a bizarre moment and her camera caught it all. Let's watch.
Okay, looks like she was vaping a bit to begin with. No. Okay, I thought she was vaping. It's my bad, no. She was just, like, messing over her face then. Hold on. That looked like it was popped. Yeah, that was like popped right off. Jeez. Yeah, no. She made the right choice, yelling their name.
Out of the blue, she spotted an object flying off the table. Then seconds later, the cupboard door flings itself open and slams shut. We've seen stuff like this before, but there's something seriously unsettling about this one. The way that object is yanked, it's violent, not some weak little string pull, and there's no one in sight. Then there's the caption. She said this has been going on for years, and that the moment we just saw was...
Because, like, it looks like they pulled the thing just to get attention, and then they opened the drawer just to, like, really set it in stone.
Worse than usual. She even asked if anyone knew how to clear negative energy, because she's considering moving out.
I mean, I would consider moving out too.
Profile. No spooky series, no ghost haunting content, just a regular person posting everyday stuff. And the comments, they lit up like a spiritual support group. People were recommending smudging, energy cleansing, priest, holy water. One of her Facebook friends even said they always felt something was off whenever they visited. But the most telling part was the way she backed away on camera. No fake dramatics, no YouTube ghost hunter theater. Just
okay, that man just looked like he wanted to like fight the ghosts. Like, I think he knew his time was up, so he wanted to like throw down.
That cold, instinctive fear you feel when you know something's not right, and it's standing right behind you. Whatever's haunting that house, it's not there to be famous.
I feel like that place.
It's just there.
I feel like that place is like actually haunted. That might be like an actual like ghost like hunt. That one seemed like realistic compared to like the couple of ones we did see.
Known as the goat of haunted cities, is a straight up.
Wait, hold on. Where's this?
York, known as the goat of haunted cities.
Now, I feel like the reason to start with this, so that some people know context. New York is known as a most haunted city, is literally because one, there's a lot of incidents that happen down there, not down there, up there technically. A lot of incidents happening up there, and not only that, it's super crowded. So like, if something were to happen or some like really dangerous incident, like a lot of people are going to get hurt. Not only that, that's also one of the places, like, unlike Florida and Ohio, where they have, like, you know, they're either super weird or nothing going on down there ever. Up there, it's, like, it's extremely dangerous and there's, like, a lot of tragedies up there. So, like, of course, it would make sense that there's a lot of spiritual negative energy up there.
It's a straight up nightmare fuel. Over 500 ghost sightings have been reported inside its ancient walls. It's an old city with a dark history of wars, plagues, and even scary executions. In fact, people say ghosts have haunted its streets for centuries. But one particular scary story that seems to be on everyone's tongue is the Shambles, a super old part of York. People say doors slammed open and shut by themselves. Houses disappear and shadowy figures move around like they own the place.
I mean, for the door opening and shadowy figures could be true to a degree, but a house going missing, when it's like dark time and you're panicking, you tend to like lose track of the area you're in, and sometimes you might miscount houses. So that's probably what happened.
There's even a story about the lost boy, a ghost who shows up randomly before vanishing into thin air. People believe he was an orphan who died during medieval times, and his spirit never moved on. On this particular day, the streets were empty and everything seemed normal until this happened.
Okay, yeah, no. Absolutely no. Like, any person can look at that, it's like, that's hard. I mean, you could edit that in, but with, like, it's hard to make it, like, look, like, legitimate. That looks pretty legitimate to me. Like, that does not look normal.
Did you catch that? Let's watch it again.
Not only that, if people did find the bike in the middle of that road, too, that would, like, literally, like, certified the point.
Market account. This CCTV footage shows the bike coming out of nowhere, wobbling around like it was trying to stay up, and then just falling over on the sidewalk. No one was there.
This is CCTV 2. Those are hard to, like, genuinely edit and touch. Like, okay, to start from the middle of video, right? Just so everyone can see what I'm looking at. In the bottom, which if everyone can see my crosshair,
shows the bottom.
Or where's my crosshair? That's my crosshair. There it is. In the very bottom, you see the letters. You see like decently like scribbled letters. So we can instantly assume that this is getting recorded through a phone, not the thing, not from the whoever owns like the camera company. Though for starters, the person doesn't even have legitimate audio to even not audio, like legitimate footage to even edit that. So editing it through like a phone takes like a god amount of work, which I decently know because I have like watched some tutorials and I've seen some people do special effects. But in a situation like this, it's super hard to like do all that. Like you have to be like a full blown like professional to like genuinely get all that to work. So like doing that through a phone is either you're super skilled at it or this is legitimate. I think it's legitimate.
Bike coming out of nowhere, wobbling around like it was trying to stay up, and then just falling over on the sidewalk. No one was there to push it or stop it. So here's the $1 million question. Do you think it is the lost boy riding the bike?
I mean, it could have been any.
Was it a ghostly cyclist from York's haunted past? Some say the video might have been faked. What do you think? Some say the video might have been.
This is so fake, it's unbelievable. York haunted? Surely not easily faked. I feel like, because like I've seen a lot of ghost videos myself, right? I can simply tell what easily looks edited and what's not. There's like some, right? Because like I said, you can easily debate if whether or not that was even like edited. Same times, it's hard to tell if the pedals are even moving in the first place. It's hard to tell. It's old footage. So like, not only that, some people can also say like, I even pushed my bike before. I have, and to be frank, I kind of like fell on my butt to begin with doing that. So like, I know that it's not that simple. The way it moved did not seem like it was pushed or natural.
Fate. What do you think? Let us know. When a carpenter builds a house, he's supposed to leave behind shelves, tables.
Well, hey, see you, Letty. Thank you for the head pats. Are you having a wonderful day? Hope you are. We're just wonderfully looking at the wonderful haunted videos and such. So hopefully you're not pushing yourself too hard.
What he's not supposed to leave, though, is a ghost. Well, according to this paranormal investigator, this particular carpenter's story took a tragic turn, and now his home, where he died, has a reputation for being one of the most haunted places in India. Of course, he had to go and take a look for himself, but things didn't exactly go as planned.
What's going on inside? I will I show you a location. First, we're recording the noise that was happening in front of you. Okay, hold on. Okay, I had to like do a double take for a second. Like I was like, where the heck did that thing come from? But yeah, it makes sense. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. This seems a little too far-fetched. Like that, there's no way that a ghost would throw that like twice. That seems a little too. No.
You see, when the carpenter took his last breath inside that house, his family decided to change things around. But anyone brave enough to set foot on the site has one thing to say.
Bonk.
There's something here that doesn't want them around. Whatever it is, it's terrifying enough to send workers running, and it's got people convinced that
hold on.
Terrifying enough to send workers.
There's nothing up there for that would have been fell from. That's another thing. Like, I feel this video is fake to begin with because like there's nothing up there where it fell. If it was like a ceiling, like that could have been like debatable. But like no, there's nothing up there. That could have been.
And it's got people
someone
convinced
else.
The carpenter never really left. And can you blame them?
Okay. Is that thing moving that thing? All this was being recorded, friends. Okay.
To him, the chances of a malevolent spirit seemed all too real. And then came the moment that might have confirmed his worst fears.
इसको दुर्मुट बोलते हैं और ये देखो कैसे हिल रहा था.
You don't want to enter the room, makes sense.
आसपास का चेक कर लेते हैं व्यू. बाद में दोस्त कहेंगे दिखाया नहीं. कौन है अंदर?
Oh, that actually scared me. That actually scared me.
वो ये पाइपें सी पड़ी थी यहाँ से गिरी है यार.
That seemed way too coincidental.
Did you see that? He goes
Yeah,
straight in, no one to be seen. Whoever or whatever he's dealing with clearly wants to harm him, no doubt. After this experience, he finally seemed to get the message.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can look at this video and like be scared. Like, I think this is like a good clip to farm for memes and that. That's what it looks like to me.
He wasn't going to wait around until he got seriously hurt. So, he packed up his gear and got out of there, fast.
Yeah, I would have got out there too.
Is this really the ghost of the carpenter? Or has something even darker claimed that godforsaken place? Ring doorbell cameras were supposed to make us feel safer.
Okay, Ring doorbell cameras are like, to me, I feel like Ring door cameras can be like one of the most legitimate cameras. Like above like CCTV cameras, since like CCTV you can't really easily like get the footage compared to like Ring camera.
Why we should be terrified. This woman was just minding her own business at home when she heard the motion sensor chime. Someone was at the door. No big deal, right? She got up and started walking while checking the app and watching a man get closer to her door. She figured he was probably just trying to deliver something, but the second she stepped out,
did you order anything though?
She realized just how wrong she was. This is what happened next.
Huh. Okay, the camera placement. I don't even think this is a home. Like, I'm kind of confused. Like, I kind of get the ghost thing on here, but I'm more questioning about the camera angle. I think that's a public place, most likely.
Who or what was that? Skeptics will call it some sneaky video editing or bad camera quality.
I would say it's bad camera quality.
Aren't exactly IMAX level, but something feels off about this. The way the chair moves just before the figure fades in, and the way the cup crashes right as it disappears. If this was edited, they deserve an award for it.
Yeah, they do.
Speaking of camera quality, if this was just a pixelated mess, how the hell did that guy go from the front door to the back garden in a blink?
So that is a back garden,
sits in
okay.
the same chair to check things out. But the mystery man, gone. A spirit hell-bent on messing with the living. Or are we just being played? There's no real way to tell, so we just leave it up to you to decide.
So that, for the most part, that last video, I feel that's the worst place to put like a camera to begin with. Like, on top is not a good place to put a camera. Let me see if there's like another video that we can do. No. Dr. Spooks. I mean, I seen Sir Spooks. Sir Spooks is actually pretty nice.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 13 scary videos.
Because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Sir Spooks was probably like one of the first people I genuinely started watching constantly. When I got like deeper into like cryptids and stuff and the occult, he was like the first person I genuinely started watching like often for like that type of content. So like this is why I usually.
But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin.
Yeah. Hotel, okay.
Over on the Paranormal Encounters subreddit, a user known as SageMan123 posted a video that showcases some extremely creepy goings on.
Okay, for starters, I do probably need to get Reddit one of these days because I know they be having like interesting stuff on there, to be honest. I need to join like some Red pages eventually. But let's continue on.
That his friend took after moving into a new house. At the start of the video, the guy's talking to the camera and saying that his pet dog is laser focused on something in the distance that he cannot see. He proceeds to talk to the camera about how unsettling the whole situation is when out of nowhere, this happens.
Okay,
Right.
we're looking.
I know. I think something's wrong. I don't know. I hear noises, but I'm not even sure.
Yeah, I would have just yeeted something in there. It's like, no.
After this happens,
You know, it'd be
the
funny.
guys-
It'd be funny if he just tells his dog to like go get them, and they just turn their head and just look at them with the look, just like, no, absolutely not.
audibly shocked and
Like, look,
Noises.
like look at their face. Like the dog looks like they don't even want to be there to begin with, and it makes sense. It's like I don't think I would have like want to get sent in there either.
Right.
happens, the guy's audibly shocked and also amazed at the whole situation. The uploader's friend then continues to record in silence for a while, before suddenly his pet dog begins barking very loudly at something in the house. Even
Makes
after his
sense.
attempts to try to calm him down, the dog continues to bark, clearly very angry at something.
You see the red
Then
flags and you
this
ignoring it?
happens.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong?
Okay, that could have been the win.
Jackson. What's wrong?
Okay, I don't see anything. Okay, no, that's getting pushed up. Oh, no. The dude just sat there so calmly watched that, like, I would have panicked.
Mysteriously, the door in the room slowly closes all by itself, while the dog continuously barks. Not much else is known.
So, looking at that, like, alone, like, analyzing that, it looked like they grabbed it by, like, the clothes and not the door, because it looks like the door didn't really close all the way.
Itself, while the dog's definitely quite eerie. The uploader says that
It's
his friend moved out of that
intimidating.
house shortly afterward, and it's hard to blame him.
I wouldn't blame them either.
It's easy to jump to paranormal conclusions. There are of course more grounded possibilities like drafts, unlevel flooring, or air pressure causing doors to shut on their own.
Yeah, but, like, bring the...
Sometimes react to things like distant sounds or shadows that we might not pick up on right away.
Like, the clothes going up ain't normal, though.
Dog's barking, combined with the door closing by itself right after, does feel a little too perfect to dismiss entirely. Whether paranormal or not, I'd say anyone in that situation would probably feel uneasy.
Yeah, I would.
Really blame his friend for moving out when he did.
Gotta be safe.
Imagine you're going out for a drive late at night, perhaps just trying to relax and enjoy yourself, or maybe you're coming home from work and then you see something so unbelievably creepy that you know you have to film it, or else the rest of the world won't believe you.
Man, I feel like even if you, like, record it, depending on, like, the camera quality, no one would, like, believe it to begin with. There's, like, some, like, content that I've seen that looks super real, and people will still sit there and be like, you know, that can't be real. And it's like, homie, are you blind? Are we not watching the same video?
Well, that's exactly what happened to Reddit user Brahm10, who posted a highly unsettling video to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit over 2 years ago. In the video, we watch as Bram 10 slowly drives his way forward while filming out the side window of the car. At first, it can be a little difficult to see whatever it is that has his attention, but once you see it, it'll chill you to the core.
You look at just a bunch of like dark figures down there.
30 people dressed in all black can be seen lingering around this park. Obviously, something incredibly suspicious is going on here, but as for what exactly, nobody knows. It's entirely possible that this is the workings of some kind of mysterious cult.
Bro, that could have been
It could just be
anything.
a random group of people with no sinister intentions deciding to meet up this way. It's tempting to imagine something sinister going on here, especially when you see over 30 people gathered silently in the dark.
I don't like, it's hard to say that's even dirty because at most that looks like it's 13. At most it looks like it's 13. I would say, if not like 10 people look like a lot of people. And if you're going back from like work and such, like you're going to be too tired and you're most likely going to like oversaturate some numbers. So I doubt it was dirty
However,
people.
it's worth considering that it could have been a performance group, a themed gathering, or even a prank designed to scare people passing by. Still, the fact that no one seemed to be actively doing anything, just standing there in the dark, definitely pushes this.
They're not really in the dark.
Borderline terrifying. Whether it was harmless or not, I think most people would agree that this is not something you'd want to stumble across alone at night. But I'm curious to hear.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be near anything like that in the middle of the night.
It's no good, or do you think that there's nothing to worry about here?
I don't think there's much to worry about. I think there's just overreacting.
This next video was posted by Reddit user SoggyGate9281, who caught something incredibly strange on a home camera. The video starts with the alarm suddenly going off.
Okay, for starters, hold on. Tapo camera? Is that what it's called? Tapo camera? Okay, Tapo cameras actually have really good quality. Huh. Let me put it on here so like everyone can like see it too. So it's like not only me. But Capo cameras, I remember using my wonderful skills to like have someone like buy this, which I managed to sell it surprisingly, despite not having any knowledge. But like I'm surprised with how good that quality is. Of course, like it's expensive. I mean, like this is probably like the cheapest one that you can get, but the rest are like super, super high. But like that's actually worth the price tag. Like that's not bad.
Off, which already sets a creepy tone. But then things get even weirder.
Okay. It looks like it's trying to avoid the camera. Okay, so anyone could have been messing with the camera. That's like, oh yeah, you see the shadow too. You see the shadow of somebody. It could have been a person trying to mess with the camera and realize that there's a camera right there.
You can clearly see a white, ghostly figure moving across the frame, casting a distinct shadow as it moves. That detail alone makes this clip stand out, since most so-called ghost orbs or mist videos don't show any kind of shadow interaction. Some might argue it could be fog or a light artifact, but the way it casts a shadow raises serious questions. If this were just a camera glitch, you'd expect the shadow to be missing or inconsistent. The video was posted just a few days ago, so no updates.
I literally think somebody was messing with the camera. What I think it is.
Or at least get a good night's sleep sometime soon.
Because that seems a little like, it seems a little host. That's what it seems like.
TikTok user Kills25 posted the security camera footage from their home, and while it starts off eventfully, things take a weird turn very quickly. The clip shows a quiet living room in the middle of the night, until suddenly...
You know, this already looks like it's paranormal activity and I don't like this.
The curtains start moving on their own, even though nobody is near them.
Okay, so the curtains are right here. So that everyone can know. Huh. Let me restart that and like look at it again. Like just to make sure I wasn't tripping. Yeah, no, I wasn't tripping. Bro, there you can't tell me that was faked. That can't be faked. Like even if you try, that's not possible. Like because like you can maybe say that someone could get the string and pull this that way. Yeah, you can debate that. But how do you debate the right one? Like the right one cannot open that quickly from someone pulling a string from this way. And even so, you could see if anyone's there. That's scary. That's actually terrifying. Okay. Yeah, of course they'd be confused why the window was open. So, here's another thing. This is why I'm happy that they're closing it. This proves that it's not an automatic window or automatic blinds, because I know that there's like I believe that there's some technology about like automatically like closing the blinds and such. This proves that there's no like automatic blinds, so you can instantly assume that, you know, something actually serious like happened there. And even they are looking around just to make sure like no one's like playing with them. And of course, I also need to point out there's a vent right there from the looks of it. Like if it blows up, right? Like blows the wind or whatever, just to not talk about like explosions or whatever, it would at least push this forward. It wouldn't open up that like well. And looking, hold on. Look on top too. There look like something that gone through right there too, like very slowly. Unless that's the person. No, that's the person. That's just a reflection. I'm panicking for no reason. But then also go on. I have these type of blinds, literally, and they don't. You have to actually have force to open it that well. Okay, that time it opened up like slowly.
The homeowner walks over and closes the curtains, but they keep opening again on their own, almost like someone or something is trying to look outside.
They don't
such things as automatic curtains. These appear to be ordinary manual ones, and even if it was a draft, it...
Yeah, that has to be like normal, like... Hold on. I'm trying to see, based on that like model, it looks like it's the... Okay, let me open this up just so like everyone knows like what it looks like, or what it looks like, because I do like to try to back my stuff up with a source. It looks like this. It's simple. You open, close. It's not automatic. It's manual. You can get this for like literally $6. It ain't expensive. This looks like simple. Like almost any home owns this. It's literally this but white. That's what this is. Just this with white. Actually, here, let me click the white right now. See, like this looks literally like the same thing. Go back to the video. Let's go back to the light where they close it. Yeah, product look like it matches perfectly. You can't tell from like the rod part, but then again, you know, everyone uses a different type of rod depending on like what you want. I don't usually run like that type of rod. I usually run like a less fancy one. But looking at this and look at the video, it's manual. It's not automatic.
They've seen happen before. Maybe it is just a breeze, or maybe someone or
No,
something
not a
wanted
breeze.
to take a peek outside.
It can't be a breeze.
It's definitely enough to make you double check your own windows tonight. In this next video, TikTok user Adam Tristan films what seems like a quiet moment in his bedroom. Until
Okay,
he
just a
notices
moment.
something deeply unsettling. Take a close look.
No mames.
Ya lo vi, jefe.
Is that a face?
Parte ahí por la...
They're laughing. That's not funny.
¿Será que me acerco?
Sí.
Ni se ve.
You can see a pale, human-like face peeking out from the small closet in the corner of the room.
That's not. That's not good.
The closet door with a mirror on it creaks open by itself. There's no extra context given, which makes it all the more mysterious. Is it someone hiding in there? A clever prank? Or something paranormal?
I think it's a clever prank.
Worth noting that lighting, reflections, or even staged setups could explain something like this. But if it's not the way the face stays perfectly still and the door moves on its own makes this feel genuinely creepy.
It's super creepy, of course.
I'd probably be checking into a hotel for the night.
I mean, I do say it is creepy, but I still feel like it's to the. It looks like it could be a host, like that. It could be a host. Ooh.
The following video was uploaded to the UFO subreddit by a user known
UFO
Das Almas, and has been getting a lot of attention. The video in question was filmed on September 8th, 2020
hidden things
in Porto, Portugal. The uploader says that at the time of recording, he thought he had captured just one metallic sphere flying away along the same axis he was facing. However, he says that what's not shown in the very beginning is that the object actually flew directly over him at a low altitude.
Okay. That could have been a bird. But then again, my hands aren't that steady with the camera. I was gonna complain about the camera, but my hands aren't that steady. And of course it's strange too. Accidentally misaligning the phone with the binoculars? Okay.
He writes, quote, "The first 2 minutes of the video is the raw, unedited footage showing the original sighting. After that, I've included a stabilized and zoomed in view to highlight the best visual of the main metallic sphere. Here's the crazy part. Nearly a year later, while reviewing the footage more closely, I discovered there were 8 more metallic spheres in the same clip, very far in the background and moving fast. They're almost impossible to notice at normal speed, so I edited the video to include slow motion, zoom-ins, and visual tracking to help reveal them. I did my best to point them out and make the details clear.
Okay, you know, that
footage. Would love to
it's super bright.
Or if anyone can enhance this further." End quote.
It's super bright and it takes a lot of skill to do that.
Impressed by how clear and natural the footage looks. Of course, some think it could be balloons, birds, or video glitches, but the way the spheres reflect light and move in formation seems a bit too coordinated for something like that. What do you guys think? Is this the real deal or something else entirely? Be sure
I mean,
to
it's
let me know in the
debatable, honestly. Like this video was just debatable.
This video was posted to TikTok by user CCE Pedrao in February of this year, and is definitely one of the eerier ones to surface recently.
Okay, so they're a ghost hunter.
The video shows security camera footage recorded in the middle of the night that starts off looking completely normal, but that changes in just a few seconds.
Okay, there's 2 like cats or whatever. That's oh. Hold on. Taking place in... Hold on, where does taking place at?
The video showed and is
Hold on. Because if this is in Mexico, I think I know who that spirit could be. Hold on. No, can we not make sounds? I'm trying to see if there's at least a nationality I can work with. Please Google Translation, please. Or actually, no, they're on Insta too. And I'm trying to do a small bit research. Okay, no, that's not them, but let's see, Google Translation. Okay. No, I want the language, not the curtains, please. Adventure is the way. That's what her line says. And I don't like to make assumptions because I don't know, right? It's not always best to make assumptions, but if this taken place in Mexico, then that might be the Weeping Woman. It looks like the description is literally like the Weeping Woman literally like fits perfectly. Because a lot of people known her as having like a dress-like thing. That looks like a dress. That doesn't look like normal pants. That's a dress. Like a full dressed. Like that doesn't seem like normal for anyone to do in this time of night. Not only that, the dogs also caught it too. There doesn't seem to be a river nearby.
A strange, ghostly figure can be seen wandering around outside, slowly moving across the screen before the video cuts off. Some viewers believe this could be a spirit caught on camera, possibly lingering around a location tied to its past. Others have suggested that it could simply be a person walking by, especially given the distance and lighting. Still, the slow, smooth movement of the figure and the timing of its appearance definitely make this feel more unsettling than the typical late-night passerby.
Yeah, that does feel like off.
It's the kind of clip that stays with you, and it might make you think twice the next time your outdoor camera picks something up at 3 a.m.
And it's funny, I looked at the person TikTok too, just to get like extra context in the nationality and such. Even though I couldn't find a nationality, I can like guarantee that they do know like ghost stuff or anything. Like that's literally, that video is literally like their only like haunted video, whatever. Everything else seems normal. This is like the only thing that's like a sore thumb. Of course they pinged it and everything since that is their most liked, but like still.
A TikTok user named Dacia M. Solis Silla posted a short but very clear video to her account recently. She explains that her home security system detected movement in the living room while she was in the bedroom with her daughter. Naturally, she decided to check the footage to see what it had picked up, and what she found was definitely not what she expected.
If it's a car moving... Oh. Is that a head? That's a head.
If you look closely, you can see a quick shadowy movement near the wall, almost like a face or figure peeking out and ducking back. It happens very fast, but if you pause and rewind at the right moment, it's definitely there.
I think anyone would notice.
It could be the spirit of a child or former resident, while others suggest it could be a camera glitch or bug flying past the lens.
No, I don't think that's a bug flying.
The timing and the fact
As someone who has a camera myself, that's not a insect flying through. I know what an insect flying through a lens look like.
no one else was in the room, it's hard to shake the feeling that something or someone was watching from that wall.
Yeah, I feel like someone was watching, a past spirit or something. Oh. Okay, I don't know what this segment's about. I wish they'd be like a little bit more clear. Oh, only spooky hour. Okay. So there's sponsoring their YouTube. Okay.
Over on the UFO subreddit, a user by the name of Distinct Effect 8832 posted a video that is sure to scare you silly and make you afraid of this sort of thing UFO related if you're not already. The uploader says that his brother was filming his daughter and a friend at this park. He said that he wanted to try slow motion capture on his brand new phone to test out the features. When he got home later on,
okay, I mean slow mode is good. It's a good test.
Noticed something absolutely creepy.
It could have been anything. That's... I still couldn't see that.
Did you see it? If not, it's not hard to see why. It's a very quick moment, but if you look just closely...
A small orb could have been anything.
You can make out
literally
some kind of strange UAP flying around in the sky. The thing that makes this video super creepy though, the UAP can be seen flying super fast, even though the video is clearly in slow motion.
I'm like putting my finger out to make...
Some viewers have suggested that this could be a bug, a bird, or an artifact from the camera sensor. But the
it might be.
Moves so quickly while the rest of the footage is
I don't think that's anything.
Definitely makes this one worth a second look. Potential
I don't think it's anything. Number 4. Okay, now we're getting to the good
stuff.
stuff.
This next video posted to YouTube back in August of 2016. We watch as an employee at a school in Valle del Pino, Buenos Aires, Argentina, films himself working the night shift, presumably as a security guard. Throughout the clip, the employee and a co-worker wander through the silent, empty hallways. It's not entirely clear why they started filming, but you can assume they probably heard something strange and decided to investigate with their phone camera.
Which is smart.
After a while,
it's good to always record.
And that's when they experienced the scare of a lifetime.
Especially a moment like this, I feel like this like creep anyone out. So I assume that's a 5th classroom. The chair is kind of out of place. Bro, you're security guards. You're supposed to be staying. You're supposed to fight your demons. You're supposed to.
All by itself. The two freak out and quickly run away, clearly terrified by what they just witnessed. Unfortunately, since this is the only video on the uploader's channel, there's no way of knowing what happened next.
Yeah, they ran after that.
I wouldn't be surprised if they never came back to that school again.
Or that room.
Some might argue that wires, magnets, or clever editing could explain the movement. But if it was a prank, the genuine reactions of the two men make it feel a little too real to dismiss entirely.
Alright. Now, I am gonna wonderfully rate out my wonderful feet to her mother, Witchy Ficky. Each and every one of y'all amazing. I really appreciate y'all for being here. My wonderful night. Tomorrow I will do pathological, like I promised. Love each and every one of y'all. Don't push yourselves too hard. Y'all amazing. And I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.